Welcome, everyone, to our 91st deep dive. Today, we're heading into Dante's Paradise, specifically Canto 24. We're looking for those useful insights, things you can really grab onto for your own life journey.
Absolutely. And Canto 4, well, it's quite a moment. Dante's reached the eighth heaven.
The fixed stars, right?
Exactly. And Christ appears, this intense, blazing light. It's all about preparing Dante, transforming his vision for that ultimate union with the divine. It's like he needs new eyes for this level.
Wow. So after everything he's been through gets examined.
Pretty much. He faces this extraordinary test on faith, no less.
And the examiner is?
St. Peter.
The St. Peter, seriously.
The very one. It's a sort of cosmic final exam on this foundational virtue.
That's intense. How does it, kick off?
Well, Beatrice introduces him, and what's fascinating is she explicitly mentions him coming all the way from the dark forest.
Right back to the very beginning of the Inferno.
Exactly. It underlines the sheer scale of his journey, his transformation. And Peter, described as this light just like dancing with joy, he agrees readily. He uses the medieval scholastic method.
Okay, so like a structured, formal debate.
Precisely. Very rigorous, very intellectual. Dante has to define and defend his understanding of faith, almost like a thesis defense.
A celestial thesis defense. So what are the questions? What does Peter actually ask him?
It boils down to three core things. Define faith. What is it?
Okay.
Second, do you possess it? Do you actually have this thing you're defining?
Right. Proof required.
And third, what's its foundation? Where does it come from?
And how does Dante do? I mean, the pressure.
He does brilliantly. He nails the definition by quoting St. Paul.
Ah, the classic one.
Yeah. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And then he backs it all up, referencing both Old and New Testaments. He shows his work, basically.
Impressive. So this exam, is it just a one-off thing?
Actually, no. Structurally, it's really significant. It's the first of three exams.
Oh.
Faith, then hope, then charity. The three theological virtues.
And that mirrors the
Yeah.
three beasts from the dark forest.
Exactly. That symmetry is classic Dante. And having St. Peter, the rock, the first pope, examine faith,
Yeah.
well, it highlights just how fundamental faith is meant to be.
That structure is incredible. Okay, so beyond the amazing poetry and theology, let's bring it back to us, to you listening. What are the big practical lessons we can pull from this canto for our own lives?
Great question. I think the first big one is seeing faith as a rational foundation. Dante isn't praised for just, feeling faithful. He's tested on his understanding, his ability to articulate it.
So it's not blind belief.
Not at all. It encourages you to think critically about your own core beliefs, whatever they are. Can you explain them? Can you ground them?
That's a powerful challenge. What else?
Second, there's the clear lesson about preparation and the journey. Dante didn't just appear in paradise ready for this exam.
Right, he went through hell and purgatory, literally.
Yes. That whole arduous journey signifies that major growth, whether it's spiritual or personal, takes time, effort, learning. You have to go through the process. You can't just skip to the end result. Big achievements are earned gradually.
Makes sense. You have to climb the mountain.
And third, that Pauline definition, faith as substance. That's key.
Substance. How so?
It means faith isn't just wishful thinking. It's presented as something concrete, a real foundation for the hopes you have, like having the architect's blueprints.
Ah, I like that. The blueprints exist. They are the substance even before the house is built.
Exactly. So faith, in this view, is a kind of real knowledge, a grounding, not just smoke and mirrors. It gives hope a solid place to stand.
That really clarifies it. Okay, any others jumping out?
Well, there's also the joy in sharing knowledge. St. Peter's described as dancing with joy during the exam. It highlights the value in mentorship, in passing on wisdom, in that shared understanding.
A reminder to share what you know, maybe?
Could be. And related to that, finally, the value of testimony or lived experience. Peter asks if Dante possesses faith. It's not enough to define it theoretically.
It has to be real for him.
Precisely. True knowledge, true belief, has to actually transform how you live. It can't just stay in your head. It prompts you, the listener, to ask, how do my core beliefs actually show up in my actions day to day?
That's a searching question.
Definitely. So this deep dive, I think, shows faith not just as passive acceptance, but as this potentially rigorous, intellectual, and even joyful journey. And it leaves you with the thought, how do your own convictions hold up under questioning, maybe even just questioning from yourself? And how might you share the foundations of those convictions with others?
A lot to reflect on there. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into Canto 24 of Paradise. We hope you'll join us again for our next exploration.